Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. We are minutes away from the market opening up here in Hong Kong and Shanghai. So we will track that and see what happens. But first, let's get through a couple of comments and say hello to you, and the viewer, popping in here tonight. Let's see here what we have got. All right, no one here yet, or no one here commenting yet in the chat, but we'll be standing at the ready. Let's get into the comments. We've got Magnitude Matrix says here, I'm waiting for the big slam in order to buy it up. Electric cars will be done away with and silver's price will go down. Firefighters can't put out electric car fires because they explode. Save your money and then buy up. Yeah, that is a concern. I've heard about that happening. That we'll see. The electric car does seem to be pushed up upon us pretty heavily for sure. Bob says here, well, I fixed my toilet so I can flush it again. It could be handy for silver soon. All right, well, we shall see. Hope not. I want the flusher silver. But anyways, we got Jeremy Hubbard 1480 here on this comment. We're going to get to his, see what he says. Good evening, Sal. Good Saturday, Sal. Thanks for another amazing video. As always, I listen and watch you religiously, but never usually comment. Well, Jeremy, thanks for coming in to comment, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm part of the silent majority. There you go. But to finally comment on something, as others have said on here, I too have had to slow way down on my silver purchases due to the cost of survival. It stinks, but we all press on. That's true. I haven't quit buying, just slowed down a tad a bit. I don't think any of us will ever stop stacking. It's in our blood and hearts to be stackers. We all just have to take breaks here and there. Thanks for all you do for us. I enjoy every video. Well, thank you, Jeremy. That is very kind of you, Mr. Hubbard. And you are doing the wise thing, because what's most important is your finances and your financial well-being, which is why I talk about silver. So you're stacking, just slowing down considerably. And that's a good thing to do. Always stack within your budget. Well done. Great comment. And thank you for coming out into the open. Yes, indeed. E-Cord is here and NanXXX is here. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Paul Sabo. Yes, indeed. Thank you, guys. We're minutes away from the market opening. Actually opens in a minute, but it takes 2 minutes to show up on Kitco, so that's why we're going to answer a few more comments into the hour. But we'll see what the markets tell us. Mike Raymer says, a great idea heading down to my LCS to grab me a dime bag and maybe some halves, too. Great videos out. Thank you. Yes, a lot of people saw that I did show a dime bag in this video. Yes, indeed, we did. Very good. All right, no notification for JM Unleashed, but he's here. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, notifications have been kind of choppy as of late, but it is what it is. We're going to answer a few more comments, and we'll get to the markets. We've got Matt Kitten as a Grandmaster on this video. Says, it is best to set a goal for yourself so that you don't buy too much. Also, look for the best deals you can find. Don't buy things that are high just because they look fancy, because those are hard to resell. Yeah, if you're a pure stacker, that's exactly sage advice. I obviously do buy some things that have cool designs on it. They are harder to resell, and he's exactly right. You gotta buy those things for the joy of collecting, for sure. Yes, indeed. Good to see Bob. Good to see you, JM. Good to see JV. Yes, indeed. If you want to see the dime bag, watch this video. This is bad news for silver, or is it? All right, now this is a comment from Mountain Silver 911. Says, I'm also excited here. Let's get to this. Still excited about silver, but for me at this point, I purchased 1/4 ounces of gold at the time in my stacking. I was excited when I got a 2 ounce of gold. Nice. But silver is still my favorite because it's affordable and beautiful designs that I wouldn't be able to get in gold. Keep making these videos. I learned a lot. Yes, that's a good point. If you enjoy the designs, a lot of the same designs that you see in gold, they also make them in silver. Very good. Good to see Red Crawler. Good to see Neil Farrar. And Jimmy J is here. Welcome to Tom Larson. And let's get one more here because it's not quite 2 minutes after. Erickson says, good evening. I spend every extra penny on silver after I pay my bills because I know in the long term, silver, it's gonna cost more. Yep, that's right. You're right. Priorities. You got your priorities right. Pay your bills first. That's exactly right. And Mike Raymer says here, watching on Friday night on Saturday morning, spent last night spoiling my grandkids. Nice. All right. The first scammer. I'm viral and potent. Okay. Priceless, your number one sound. Thank you, Mike. And good job spending time with the grandkids. Yes, indeed. That's awesome. Very good. Sam Ferreira is here. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, Ontario. And the great Mrs. Coin Crew is here. I caught the very tail end where she was antagonizing her husband on a live stream. She was poking and prodding him, and I missed it right at the very end, and then they said goodbye. I have a feeling something else happened afterwards, which I won't go into much detail here either. But anyways, oh yeah, the great Mrs. Coin Crew, there she is. The lovely, the great. There's the one, and she posted a great video on some of the gold stuff that she has, the gold coins. So make sure you check out her channel. Good stuff over there. All right, let's do one more because the markets are open now, but we're going to check it. Just this one last comment here before we get to them. F New Clone says, if silver were to rise to even half its real value, a lot of businesses would go under, in my opinion. I think the riggers know and will continue to suppress real value for a while. There's trillions of dollars steadily being funded in the crypto market with a new ISO 2002's international message system for banking, such as banks need to comply by 2025. All right, so a lot of stuff happening in that world too. So we'll see here how it's going to play out. Wow, crazy, crazy. All right, let's look at the markets because they are open, folks. Open for business they are. And here we go. Look at this. Okay, all right, out of the starting gate, no movement whatsoever for gold. Gold is open up flat. Crazy. No movement for gold. But silver is up 2 cents to $23.15. Platinum and palladium are both up $1. Yeah, very slight moves across the board. Yes, not much activity happening, but it is there. Silver market moving to the upside. Could it be more of a steady correction from what we saw on Friday? I don't know. We'll see here. But yeah, silver's up 2 cents. Platinum up $1. And palladium up $1. Very good. Good to see you guys. We got Ontario 100 is here. Good to see you. And let's see here. We have got Edward Hubbard says, I must be really weird. The money I have allowed myself to spend remains the same and my stack continues to grow. I must be doing something wrong. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, allowing your money remains the same. My stack continues to grow. Must be, well, if your stack is continuing to grow, you're doing something right. Yes, indeed. You're doing something right. Very good. Alan says, silver always is lower this time of year, following by 6 months of higher demand. Singapore has a shortage just before the holiday buying starts up. Yeah, let's see here. That's right. There is some patterns you can look at that with the price. And the summer typically does bring lower prices, and then it kind of sprouts out at towards the end. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Although there are some, I think, different factors are coming into play now, but very good. Easy with those dime bags. That's right, Silver Wolverine. Good to see ya. All right. Fast Impala says, maybe, just maybe, the dip in demand will catch up to the price manipulation with a deficit of production these past years. We shall see. We'll find out. I'm still bullish on silver overall, but hey, you know, I've been known to be wrong before about that too. But never underestimate natural market forces, for sure. I don't know that you can really, you know, they can do a whole lot with manipulating, even if they wanted to. Because even with what happened with J.P. Morgan, it really didn't have an overall effect on the price of silver because it was manipulated up and down. There's been no actual hard evidence of price suppression of silver other than what the Federal Reserve does. I think that's the biggest suppressor of prices of silver, what the Federal Reserve is doing. All right. All right, William Fender, $1.85 per 1917 dime. Yeah, that's a good deal. That was a good deal indeed. I think they put them in the wrong bin. But yeah, they're pretty nice, almost uncirculated. All right, very good. Thank you, Dale Val. Yeah, you're popping in. Not much notifications went out for today's videos either. But yes, indeed. All right, now, it does not matter what precious metal you buy, silver is the one to rule them all. What I mean by that is silver is in every part of our everyday existence in the feudal plane of existence. No other precious metal can say that or even get near that representation. And at some point very soon, when the supplies are just about non-existent, we stackers will rule them all. Yeah, it's going to take quite some time, though. There's still plenty of silver out there. And when you see demand rise for other metals like nickel, lead, zinc, and copper, you're going to see more silver because silver is mined as a byproduct of those other metals too. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, there's no other metal that is so diverse than silver. It's pretty amazing. And Jay Boreal here says that Jeffrey Christian came out with a YouTube video post refuting the claim that there is a lack of silver. I actually did watch that video. Somebody else made me aware of it too. So as always, there appears to be an information war. My position is that silver remains undervalued, not because of above or below ground inventories, but because of purposeful price suppression by the organizations Mr. Christian affiliates with or is employed by. Finally, I hope silver or gold plummet in price so I can accumulate more. Well, I think the biggest suppressor of silver's price is the Federal Reserve. And that's been consistent and pretty much provable, but it's not just the silver that's being suppressed. It's other things where that are coming into play because of interest rates and all that. The dollar is strengthened, so precious metals go down, which is kind of a suppressive move. I think the other affiliates, organizations like big banks and that like, they have done we've documented price manipulation, but it's manipulation to the up as well as downside. But anyways, very good. Let's see here. Matt Bender. Osmium is probably very difficult to sell. I probably could sell my osmium bar back to JM Bullion where I bought it from, but it's not very often that they get it in or would take it back now. And so you probably sell it back to a specialty organization, one of those element places. And so it's tough. It's very illiquid. Yes, indeed. All right. Two Brother Stacking. I'm a straight up silver junkie. Love everything about it. And that's heavy. Love that it takes up so much room. Love how much more you can get compared to gold or platinum. The more silver stays low, the more I will get for my money. There you go. Stack on. Yes, indeed. And that's just it. I like to be realistic about silver. And, one thing is for sure. I mean, I believe to some extent it is undervalued. Maybe not so much compared to gold, as I mentioned in a prior video, but I do think it's somewhat undervalued. And I can understand why people would come to a conclusion that, well, because industry needs it, they need it low. But look at platinum and palladium, heavily needed, but their prices fluctuate like crazy, which is, I think, one of the other reasons why the argument for suppression by some organizations, I think it's tough to really get by. The mining industry, by the way, would push back against that. But anyways, very good. All right, welcome. Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here with me tonight. We got Bullion Pirate from Portugal. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's get back to the markets and see what they're doing now. Let's refresh this thing here. We're coming in now. In Asia, they are indeed now down. Both of them are down tonight. Gold is down 30 cents to $1,924.80. Silver is down 1 red cent to $23.13. Platinum and palladium are holding steady. They are up $1. Good crowd here tonight with us. Appreciate you guys for being here. Less than half of you have thumbed this live stream up so far, but we got a good crowd, and we're pressing through here with gold and silver now down as the markets open here. Minutes after the markets have opened, gold to silver ratio, it is at 83.53 now. So there's where that is. The market is indeed active, but it was relatively stagnant right out of the gate, but now it's starting to make decisive moves to the downside, at least somewhat anyways, 0.02%, which isn't much, I guess. So maybe it's not so decisive after all, but Thank you, guys. All right, let's get back to the comments. We'll revisit these markets, see what happens as we press on here. All right, We Live Young. It's got a comment here. It says the following. I am from India, and I see less demand in precious metals, especially in silver, due to two reasons. High taxes on silver. That's true. Yeah, good point. I did cover that in a prior video, and I'd forgotten about that. Good point. We Live Young. So higher premiums in the physical silver. And second, it's due to silver return versus stock market returns, as published recently that India's stock market is best performing amongst all developed countries. Wow. So we Indians are diverting most of our savings into stock markets and buying index funds and investing in the good quality stocks for the long term, which will go into give at least 2 times more returns than silver. Wow. That is something, and that will be one thing for sure that could cause people to shift focus. Wow. All right. Thank you. Silver Stanger says, the people that are discouraged are the stackers that just started. Think long term, my friends. Exactly right. You got to think long term. Very good advice. John Max. John Max is here, says the following. That African leopard looks like it has spots and milk spots, which is a shame. They say leopard can never change its spots, but I think the Canadians have shown that a silver coin can change its spots and get rid of them. I really like the Somali leopard for the year, but I'm not convinced about the quality of it. I always find the coins odd for countries that are now republics, but have the king queen on them. I think they might have made by private mints, but it doesn't make any sense to me. I think there's also one for Samoa that is similar too. Yeah, Samoa now has abandoned the queen. They have their own coats of arms on there too. But yes, indeed, good to see you guys. Glad you're here with us tonight. We've got Cyber Curtain Twitcher is here. Check out his latest video. Brilliant. You see what I'm talking about. Yes, very good. Shane Corson is here. Finally made one of the live streams. Welcome, Shane Corson. Thanks for popping in, sir. The Broke Stacker is here too, as well as Twitch Radio. Welcome, guys. Very good. All right. Very good. And let's see here. Where are we at? Let's get over here to Billingy says, okay, I'll buy more just for you. All right, there you go. Do it. Yes, indeed. No. Buy at your own pace. And watch your things that goes STFU. All right, my personal excitement about silver is still alive and kicking now. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. It's a long term. You got to have diamond hands. Very good, very good, very good. Thank you, JM Unleashed, for posting a link to Cyber Curtain Twitcher's channel, and I think you posted one to Mrs. Coin Crew too earlier. Rondo Batusin says, your understanding of the precious metals is extensive. I've learned a lot from you, Sal. You rock for what you do, or should I say heavy metal? Well, thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you to say indeed. All right, and T. Lee 9484, apologize for those who sell silver because I get excited when precious metal prices drop because I don't have as much as I want yet. I hear you. All right. Very good. Yep, I hear you. It's when we are in buy mode, that's when we want things to be low, right? Exactly. Very good. All right. There you go. E2 Silver is here. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Up and running this fine Sunday night. We're checking out the markets. And the markets indeed are moving here. And the night opened with gold being flatlined, no movement at all. Now it's silver that's not moving. It's right there flat at $23.14 for silver. But yet gold is down 70 cents now, 0.04% drop. So not a whole lot of activity tonight, but it is kind of just hanging in, there. About around the zero range. Not much movement for platinum and palladium either. That's been kind of the case for most of the summer, actually. Whereas before we would see kind of wild moves in the Sunday night open, but it is here, and there we go. We got Silver Honda is here. Welcome, Silver Honda. Good to see you. Good to see you two brothers stacking. Silver Honda went on a cruise with the lovely Mrs. Silver Honda. Roger Yao is here. Good to see you, Roger Yao. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so there's where the markets are. We'll revisit those They're moving along here. We've got Eric Matt 2368. I always love to explore with you. I'm far more excited about silver than I have been in my 6 years of stacking. All right, Eric. All right. He's excited. Very good. But keep your expectations, though, realistic. That's the only thing I would encourage you to do. Sounds like a hit piece to discourage new timid stackers. It could be. Kind of like to look at things through a balanced lens. But yes, indeed. All right, Bossy and Stacker, very good education for sure. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. I went back and checked out the some of the older videos here. Pork Chop says, the lower the prices drop, the more you can buy. Always buy the dip. There you go. Yes, indeed. Back from the Bahamas, he is. All right, there you go. Hello, good to see Michael K. And Mark Hazley says here, let's see. Mark Hazley says, we share the First Majestic 5-ounce silver bars in both of our stacks. I love to see the variety you have acquired over the years, but I am content with my means to stack what I can economically. The mining fall off is what I've been pointing out to people recently. The manipulation of the silver market has harmed future output by keeping the prices too low to attract sufficient new mining endeavors, in my opinion. In the 5 years, significant mining output decreases will be felt by current mine depletion, and that is half the reason I believe silver price will explode in the next 2 to 5 years. Okay, India and its people are definitely a wild card, and we'll try not to prognosticate upon. The Indian people will sell their silver when they have an economic need, or generally not before then, or see benefits at other places. Silver Heist is here. Good to see Silver Heist. He posted a great video recently about silver eagles. Check that out. Welcome. No IQ says, thank you for the market update. I know it's old news by now, but still informative. I'm still trying to catch up. Well, thank you, No IQ. Appreciate that, my friend. And gold and silver prices gave me shock today. Paul Zabo, the first super chat from Paul Zabo, Australian, $5. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that so much, sir. Very kind of you. Everybody give him big thanks. First time, Paul Zabo. Appreciate that, sir, very, very much. Richard Metcalf here says the following. I'm not stacking at the rate I was a few years ago. Uncle Joe's Build Back Better and Inflation Reduction Act grabbed almost all my ability to stack. One big money grab at the backs of people who can least afford it. Yeah, I tell you, it's always good to kind of, look at your budget, see what's going on with inflation where it is today. And, it's probably a good idea to pull back for some. It's certainly understandable. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's press up here to Dennis says, you should always allocate something monthly to stacking regardless of how others feel, he says here. You're protecting your future, not theirs. Don't listen to them, listen to you and be your own bank. Dennis, I would agree with you, except there may be extreme situations where you can't stack anything. But when I showed you my dime bag in there, it just goes to show you can stack on the cheap, even the very, very cheap. Yes, thank you, JM, for posting a link there. Appreciate that, JM, to Silver Heist. All right. Very kind of you, sir. And we've got Blam 777. Inflation is definitely not going down. That's right. It is definitely not going down. It's going up here in the Northeast. We just got back from the grocery shopping, and I feel like I was robbed. Also, haven't been buying much PMs lately. So yes, another example where I'm not being able to buy a whole lot lately. Annie Oakley is here. Lovely Annie Oakley. Good to see you, Annie. And let's see here. Let's press on here to Mitch says, want that increase of price? If so, shouldn't those of us that have already have physical and gold benefit? Yes, it will eventually. Maybe not right away. But if it were to be enacted, I think it would have a ripple effect. Though, admittedly, probably not for a while. All right. Tengo says, thank you, Sal. I've always been attracted to the beauty of premium silver. But sticking with the lowest prices that I can find later, after all the creeps stick us with CBDC, I'm betting on stackers forming an underground economy. Don't mind me, I'm just realistic. Yep, I think that will happen too. If we get to a CBDC, we will see an underground economy of some sorts for sure. Oh yeah, I believe we will. No question about that. Okay, let's get over here to the markets and see what we've got here. Bearded Wonder is with us tonight. Good to see you. And look at this, folks. All right, so the Asian markets now show that silver is back down 1 cent, which is where it was before. Not a whole lot of movement, but gold is now down 80 cents to 1924 and 30 cents. Platinum and palladium, though, have flatlined. No movement in palladium or platinum prices at all right now. Yes, indeed. So that's where we see these metals now tonight. Not a whole lot of movement, but it is happening. In fact, gold has fallen twice as much as silver has by percentage. Good to see HVAC is here. Good crowd. Appreciate you guys being here. Michael K is here with us too. We've got Roger Yao still here. Thank you guys for popping in tonight. SH40 969 rather says the following. Here, let me get over here where I can do this. He says, I only buy in bulk 1964 Canadian half dollars, and this is why. The silver alloy content of 1964 and 65D Canadian half dollar coins is about 0.36 ounces. Well, correction there. 1965 Kennedys do not have but 40% silver in them. Silver is 18.24 an ounce here in the UK. Therefore, that's pounds, quid. The 64 Kennedy half with its 90% silver equates to 0.36 ounces of worth $7.84. When I buy a Kennedy half dollar, I don't care what condition it is in. It costs me 6 pounds. I'm still making a profit off of it. Well, 6 pounds is $7.84, so you're probably buying it close to spot, I guess. So that's pretty good. But just keep in mind, the 1965 Kennedys are not 90% silver. They're 40% silver. All right. Bill Fairhall says, private demand may drop because of high inflation and diminishing disposable income, at least in Canada, thanks to our idiot liberal NDP government. Yep, I know. I'm sorry about that, my friend, but yes, I agree. Now, we have 911 Jack here says the following. If you want to flip silver or gold, I will use the stock market. Also, uranium has been moving up. Yes, uranium surely has been something to watch as well, too. Its prices are radioactive. All right. Let's see here. Now, let's get over here to this. Get my mouse back into the next comment. We've got Zardoz. Biden, not a huge fan. I think I'm more of a salivate metal fan. Oh, man. Well, thank you, Zardoz. I appreciate you, brother. Oh, yes, indeed. You were awesome. And No IQ, too. It says, I'm listening to the live stream with the volume up. I hope that didn't deter you from having sales. All right. Thank you, my friend. You are the man. No IQ. Thank you, brother. Joe Rock says, where's the money to pay for all this government fat? They print it out of thin air. We went into debt. I think $1 trillion worth of debt in 2 weeks. That's where it's going. All right. Eli is here. He's present and accounted for. There's Eli. GS Metals. Gold will always be a better metal for future proofing. Now, I'm not sure exactly, excuse me, what is meant by proofing there. But yes, gold is definitely the king of the precious metals. There's no question about that. And I've actually shifted more into gold, dollar per dollar. But anyways, but I'm stacking silver though. Believe it or not. Daryl Wren says, first, maybe, I think you might have been on this video. Thank you, thank you. Mutant Rife. Politicians have created the environment of dishonesty. So why do politicians expect honesty from those testifying in front of them? Yeah. Good question. Yep, they operate under an environment of dishonesty for sure. On a general basis, there's some good politicians, but they're few and far between. Daryl says probably a hoax indeed. Yes, I think it's pretty much known fact now. It's crazy. Victor Mollison, we are not alone as we are surrounded by idiots. There you go. That's right. That's funny. I identify as non-human too. Me too. There you go. CCT. I like that. Me too. HYE Power. Here on this one, and we'll look at the markets after this. Let me get over here. I gotta be as effective as possible. Oh man, let's see here. Those aliens were actual idol gods ancient people made using human and animal bones and parts then held together with a substance, maybe like clay. Some bones were chopped in the finger bones, some were out backwards. Skull and animal parts, intact animal mummies have been found in the area. It's an ancient art idol god. Yes, right. That's probably right. That's a part of the culture of that area. You would think the Mexican Congress and somebody would have vetted these people before they came through. All right, very good. Yep, that's exactly right, JM Unleashed. You got it right. National debt will likely hit $33 trillion in the next week, which is nothing compared to the $193 trillion in unfunded liabilities. Where's that money going to come from? Yes, indeed, exactly. Maybe they can make a $200 trillion coin to just cover it all. That's what they need to do. All right, have a good night. All right, get ready to go to work tomorrow. Keep your feet in the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. Thank you, Silver Hunter. Thanks for popping in tonight. I appreciate it. We've got Zephiel says, where's your 1 ounce or 10 osmium bar? And why didn't you take this time to plug affiliate links to aliens over by an Intalio Mint? Yeah, and actually, man, I wish I had a 10-ounce osmium bar, but I do have the 1 ounce osmium bar. Let's see here. Very good. Is there a particular item from a mint coming up that you're interested in? That's coming up. Not at this moment. I don't have anything at this moment that I can think of that I am looking out for right now. The biggest thing I was looking for was American Liberty, but that's already come and gone. I guess maybe the reverse proof piece of Morgan dollars would be the next thing, I think, that I can think of, Bearded Warrior. A good question, though. All right. Militant Pacifist says, governments only do these types of things to distract us from what's really important in the world so we can put more attention on these things instead. Yeah, you can't help but wonder why they did this. It makes it seem like that's what's going on. I don't know. All right. Adder is here. ADHDer. Welcome. Good to see you, ADHDer. Me and my drone. Life for the aliens must have sucked without thumbs. Let's ignore stupidity. Yes, indeed. That's right. Exactly. They can't even suck their thumbs. Johnny Silver is here. Good to see you, Johnny Silver. We've got Hados 420. Yeah, these things looked so cheesy when they revealed these things. It was just like a laughing stock. These aliens were discovered back in 2017, I believe. The original video I saw was a while, and they have just revealed it to the public in 2023, the same year the governments are saying aliens are in fact real. It's PSYOP. Yeah, it's crazy. Exactly. Perth Mint might have its 2024 coin soon. Other mints likely start early. That's true. You're right. Good point. The Dragon coins are coming out from the mint. That's a very good point. True. Hello, Richard Hickson. Good to see you. And Ray Cheetah says, I only, let's see here. He says here, I only took one look at the alien images, especially the blocky fingers, and knew they were fake. As for osmium, I've known about the metal all my life. It comes from the fact that its scent can actually be smelled, but I've never thought of it as a precious metal like platinum. For example, nice sample for a collector, though. What's the spot price of troy ounce at osmium? Well, right now, I think they're going for over $2,000. I paid $15.60 for mine. The Broke Stacker is back. Good to see you. Let's get now to the markets. What are the markets telling us now? Look at this, folks. Everything is flatlined. Everything is completely in the black except for gold. Gold is down 50 cents. Everything else is in the black, which means no movement at all. Crazy. Yeah, koi fish dragons. That is another one that says come out. If they do that one in gold, I might get it. That's pretty cool. All right. So look at this, folks. Highly unusual. There was a time in recent memory in this very live stream, we did see black all across the board. No movement at all in any of the metals. But so far right now, gold is the only metal that is down. It's down 50 cents. Good evening to Silver Journey. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Good to see Lost in Space. He says he sent me an email, but I don't see it yet, but we'll see it here soon. Oh, wait a second. Okay, no, if it's this guy. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I didn't look at it, but yeah, I've seen those before. Covered them in stories as well, too, but yes, indeed. Oil has been in the black. That's right. Oil is definitely black. That's right. Well, I guess some of it can be. A bubbling crude. Very good. All right, so we'll keep an eye on those markets. Ryan Raven, bad news for silver in the short run. However, in the long run, it's going to increase by then 100%. All right, wow. We shall see. We'll find out. That'll be fascinating. I kind of doubt it's going to happen like that anytime soon. But and how well, it depends on how long the long run is, I guess. All right, I canceled a UFO channel, says ZZYDRFY15. Lithophiles, after the channel owner carried the video feed and was all excited that the obvious alien props were real. The next day, he took the video down. Wow. Yeah, crazy, crazy. It was the biggest Rickroll, I think, we've ever seen without the Rick and without the roll. Oh, yeah. Crazy, crazy. Good to see you guys. Good crowd tonight. Thank you guys for being here. And we've got Anxious Stacker. We've not seen Anxious Stacker in a while. Thanks for popping in and commenting on this video. I hope we're going to get to today's videos here pretty soon. It says, I always question the end goal of these moves, especially since it's their friends profiting off these mines and precious metals exchanges. A chess game, not checkers. I'm asking myself, what's the next move after moving this piece? The country is going to poopy. It's politicians and celebrities being bought and paid for, telling us how to live and how to think. I'm absolutely sick of it all. Thanks, Al, for keeping us updated. Thank you. Yes, indeed. That's what this whole idea of what ESG is about, too, by the way. It's all revolving around the woke. And Andrew says, I just Googled the price as of April. It costs $15,000 to $20,000 for, let's see here. I'm trying to think of what that's for. You talking about osmium? Because that's not right. It's not going for $20,000, that's for sure. That'd be nice. Terry Holmes on this video says the following here. As an undetermined amount of the stacking reduction is partly due to the manipulation of silver by YouTube silver stacking channels. Okay, so YouTube silver stacking channels are manipulating the price of silver. I've heard it all now. Most of the annoying FOMO and the fake silver running out lies, to say the least, can be attributed to the YouTube channels. Some of these channels have huge and wonderful stacks. Rather than share information as done prior years, they bring forth lies and manipulation. All right, well, hey, I don't know. I guess there is some of that. Which is why I don't participate in FOMO. I warn people against FOMO. But so I don't know if you're lumping me into that or not. But anyways, shadow work. I buy the rumors. All right, there you go. Buy those rumors. Isn't that a Fleetwood Mac album? Urban D, 1975, on this big find here, says, another gold find in Norway right now. Maybe I can see it on this channel soon. 35 gold pieces found during road works, each the size of a fingernail. Wow, that's interesting. Man, crazy. A lot of stuff being discovered out there for sure. Can't cover it all, but yeah, it is kind of pretty wild to see. All right. Let's see here. And the Hamster Man says, that's not an alien, it's Nancy Pelosi at nap time. Leave Nancy Pelosi alone. All right, here we go. We'll do that. Coin Crew is here. Good to see you. Coin Crew was quite annoyed by Mrs. Coin Crew at the end of his live stream. I caught the very end of it. Right as I was getting ready to say hi, they were like, we're out of here. See ya. I think he was too annoyed. He was like, leave me alone, woman. Stay in your lane. Stay over there. Oh, my goodness. We saw a little spat. No, we love it. No, they're great. They work great together. Mrs. Coin Crew and Coin Crew, two great, awesome people. They are awesome. They're just teasing each other. We did see Coin Crew almost fell out. He did fall out of a chair one time on one of these live streams. One time. You never know what you may see over at the Coin Crew channel and the Mrs. Coin Crew channel, too. So very good. That's right. Let's see here. All right, and we've got Al says, I love your videos. Every time I watch one, I see coins I've never seen before. Where do you find all of these beauties? I've been stacking since 2014. I don't worry about the ups and downs in pricing. I just keep stacking. There you go. Well, good job, Al. You're doing a great thing. Just keep on keeping on. That's all you can do. I think as long as you have realistic expectations for silver, you'll be fine. Understand that, there's a lot of things we as precious metals influencers in this community can say that are wrong about where silver is going to be one day or the next. But one thing is for sure, or 1 year to the next, one thing is for sure, that silver will indeed, if you do it the right way, will preserve your wealth over the long course of time. All right. And let's see here. Cheesy aliens. Yeah, they do look pretty cheesy, don't they? It's like, oh, nuts. Somebody's going to make a coin out of this one day. That'd be pretty cool. I'll stick with silver and gold. Keep on stacking. That's right. No osmium for Cherokee Cowboy. And Snakebite. I think one of them said to me, buy precious metals. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. I believe they are real. There you go. Yes, indeed. Now I want some osmium, says Sandman Slim. Yeah. Osmium. The osmium family. They're very good. All right. Very good. I take pointers from Solid Metal on how to keep in shape. There you go. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. No IQ says, I buy gold and silver when I can afford it and scrape copper when I can find it. There you go. That's the way to do it. Scrape some copper. Let's take a look at the markets now. No IQ, the man. And let's see here. Let's get over here to this. We're looking at the markets. Okay, now we're seeing some activity. All the PGMs are flatlined. No movement there at all. However, we have got gold is now down 60 cents at $1,924.50. Silver is down 2 cents at $23.12. The tables have turned. Silver is now falling at a faster pace, 7% now to 0.07% rather. For gold, there you go. Where gold is at 0.03%. Very slight movements in both metals, but we watch them because that's what we do on this Sunday night. Appreciate you guys being here. We have almost 100 likes. We got 99 thumbs up, 132 of you watching. So given that ratio, one would think that that's a pretty good amount of thumbs up. But in reality, way more than half of you have not pressed the thumbs up button on this live stream. I'm not asking you to do it. I'm just saying that's the reality of it. Of my videos, only about 10% of people that watch the videos actually engage with the thumbs up button. Pretty interesting. Good to see the tribe. Good to see you. Welcome. And let's get back over here to the comments. We've got 66 Sam says, it's no fun being an illegal alien. Next he will claim he is a wizard of osmium. That's right, exactly. That's exactly right. Leap 7N. The skulls are llama skulls. Oh, I can see that. Llamas. LTD Silverworks is here. Descente Flight is here. Good to see you. Be My Drone is here. Good to see you. And John Bethia. There are plenty of people on Earth that have non-human actions. True that. You're right. That's true. No IQ says, pretty neat. What did that? Light then shadow. Great video, great information. Yes, silver just did something weird. And what's interesting is what happens to this gold coin. Something I've never seen before in the history of this channel. You got to watch that video to see what happens with the light on that thing with the gold coin. All right, very good. And Silver Surfer says, no difference than Joe Biden selling the Inflation Reduction Act, or hoax, to the American people. I call it the Inflation Act. Coins versus bars. Gold bars versus coins, the ultimate guide. A video I was hoping to do really well, but it bombed. It's like, dang, there's not really that many videos like this out there. There's a handful of them, but not a whole lot. And this is the first time I did this video. Trying to wait for the opportune time to get maximum exposure. So I wanted to wait for the channel to grow a little bit more before posting it. But it just goes to show you the algorithm is just very, very picky about what it likes and what it doesn't like. John Morgan, I lean more towards gold coins for liquidity. I'd like to get a full ounce Buffalo or Libertad someday. Yes, indeed. I hope you'll get one. Both are beautiful coins for sure. Yes, indeed. And here's another video that I was hoping would do well that I posted back in 2020 on the anniversary of me carrying around this silver eagle in my pocket for 30 years. That's right. I've got a pocket piece. If you get a chance, check out this video called American Silver Eagle 30 Years Later in My Pocket. Argentum says, got the idea from you, and I've been carrying a 2020 Eagle for 3 years now and will continue to do so. I also throw a 1923 peace dollar in my pocket because I like the sound of silver on silver. It is nice. That's right, Argentum. That's awesome. Yep, I've got that coin in my pocket right now. It's here with me right now. In fact, there's 122 of you watching. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see this silver eagle that's in this video. But I also encourage you to watch this video. But if you want to see it right now, type in 1990 silver eagle, because that's the date of it, and I'll show you. Okay? And I'll show you right here, right now. But we'll see what happens. C-San says, I think that's Coin Sense and Nonsense. He says, sounds like your lunch is coming back up at around 8 minutes in. Great deal on dime bag. Too bad they didn't hook you up on an ouncer. Yes, indeed. That's right. Maybe did I have a hiccup or something there? Probably so. But thank you, my friend. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. I can always see the delay on this thing here. But, all right. Looks like a good portion of you would like to see this. But we'll see if any more people. There. All right. There you go. Lassie Farm is here lurking in the bushes. All right. In the bush, better have one lurking in the bush than two in your hand. Wait a minute, is that right? One hand in the bush, two in the I don't know, in the tractor trailer. But there's Lassie Farm. Good to see you. All right, very good. Heavily fondled silver. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right, this is it. This is my. Dang it! Let me get this thing. I need to do something here. Come on, this stupid thing. Let me show you. There it is. The light is really kind of... Let me turn this light off. Too much light. There we go. Still kind of a lot of light on that, but that's it. 1990 American Silver Eagle. And it probably is not as noticeably weared out as it was before, but still it's there. I've carried this in my pocket almost every single day. Literally every single day. In fact, I can really not even think of a day where I haven't carried it with me since 1990. That means I'm older than 30 years old. I'm right? That's what that means, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty wore down. Look how thin that son of a biscuit is. You know what I'm saying? All right, so there it is. Silver Eagle. Solid as silver. All right. All right. Oh, here's my dime bag. Oh, yeah, there it is, the dime bag. All right, let's get back to the market watch, shall we? That's what you're here for. I'm going to put this coin back in my pocket so I don't forget that it's there. It weighs 9/10 of an ounce. I might do another video on it. Johnny. All right. NACA 1177. I found $100 face value of 2021 and 2022 Kennedys from 2 boxes from a local bank in Southern California. Wow. Way to go. Good find. By the way, Johnny, check this video out. If you search American Silver Eagle or just type in 30 years later on my channel, if you go over here and scroll all the way to the right and click on the little search thing and type in 30 years later, it'll pop right up. So check that out. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I'll weigh it in that video too. Rude Awakening says here, in 2020, a week before COVID, he says here, I did a complete 401k rollover into a self-directed IRA, found a custodian by law, and found a precious metals broker and bought 100% physical silver and have it in an IRA-approved depository. Never regretted that decision. I have 7 more years till I turn 70 and must start to take withdrawals by law. I'm confident that physical silver will be over $19.11, which is what he bought it for. There you go. All right. Well, that's one of those rare cases where I think you bought at the right time. So yes, indeed. Very good. That's right. 30 years, you've turned it into 90% silver. There you go. All right, thank you, Johnny. Yes, I think you'll find that interesting. All right, very good. I might pick up some extra viewers in there talking about the old dime bag. Yes, indeed. Fair 10. No, I'd be poor 1. ZZRF FY15. If I were to send it into PCGS, it would be poor 01. It probably would be worth a lot of money. There is a market for poor coins, by the way. So this very well could be it. And it could be. I might consider doing it, but then I won't have it in my pocket anymore, right? I don't know. We'll see here. I might do it and then break it out of the slab. All right. Let's see here. Let's march on up to the next comment, then we'll take a look at the markets. Slap at the huge butt. This is my challenge to the silver stacking community. How to buy 1 ounce of gold when you are poor. Yep, indeed, and it can be done, believe it or not. The sad truth is we as a nation are ridiculously undereducated in personal finance. It's too often the daily choices we make that prevent us from becoming wealthy. Dave Ramsey may be narrow-minded about precious metals, but if you follow Ramsey's baby steps, you'll build wealth steadily and significantly, which will allow you to supercharge your stacking. That's true. Very good point. You're exactly right, sir. All right. Very good. Now, let us pause. Hello, John Morgan. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you being here tonight. Let's take a look at the markets now. Look at this. The markets indeed are reacting. Now gold has dropped even more now. Now gold is now dropping at a faster rate than silver. 0.06% down to $1,924 even for gold. Silver is down 1 cent to $23.13. Not a lot of movement tonight, but movement nonetheless. Yes, indeed. Crazy. Let's take another slurp of some coffee. Why? Just because I'd like to. I want to. I'm doing it on my own free will. I slurp that coffee. There's Zuki Play Metals is here with us. Good to see you. Now he wants some coffee. All right, it's a subliminal message to get you to drink coffee. All right, Lamar Avery says, I thought iridium was the rarest stable metal. No, it is indeed osmium. Iridium is a close second. They are also very, very close in terms of density. But technically, from the research I've done, osmium is indeed more dense as well as being more rare. All right. Yes, indeed. Now, we've got Keyser 4346 commenting on this hoax, alien body hoax and osmium. Not saying these aliens are real, but the elongated skulls found in Peru are real, and thousands of them are conserved in a museum called Museo Nacional de Arqueology in Lima, Peru. American researchers ran DNA tests on red hair found in the skulls, and it was mixed from many cultures around the world. Very different from the DNA of today's Peruvians. Very fascinating. Yes, well, elongated skulls can happen using special braces that are put on the head when they're babies. You can shape people's heads, and that's been done in some of these other cultures for years. Yes, indeed, that's true. All right, no IQ. I'm holding on until it's needed, and even then, just a little bit at a time. Great video. Thank you, brother. No IQ. Appreciate you, my friend, for watching these videos. And Michael W. Halen, what amazes me, it's been $400 for years. Yes, that's true. I've never been able to really buy it, though, and now it's actually in bullion form where I got that piece. George Ramos says, thank you for sharing. I never knew osmium existed at all. Turns out it's harder than diamond. Yeah, yep, it's crazy. Very good. Let's see here. Where are we at? Yeah, thank you for hitting the like button, people. Appreciate that. Yes, and now we've reached parity between the thumbs up. Actually, we have 128 thumbs up and 125 watching. Even that, only half of you have thumbed up this live stream that are here right now. So yes, indeed. Thank you. Let's go over here. We have got well-rounded wild ones on this video from this morning. We're finally to this morning's videos about platinum. If you guys, the algorithm has not been kind to me today, so if you get a chance, I posted 3 videos, all 3 of them worth checking out if you get a chance to watch them today. Problems with platinum are it has very little SHTF value, verifiability, and liquidity. It could be a great trade based on the fundamentals, it could be a great trade based on the fundamentals. Yep, you're right. That's true. Well-rounded wild ones. Illiquidity is a big deal too. So I understand that, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to buy a whole lot more than I've got. My kitten is a grandmaster. It would be like great if platinum got to be worth more than gold again. That would be great, especially those of us that hold it. I think it's a unique and different kind of cool kind of metal, and I'm a big fan. Yes, indeed. And Jeff Nelson says, let's get over here. Jeff Nelson says the following: it's dirt cheap from historical norms. Catalytic converters and hydrogen cars use more. There might be a big swing in the near future. I hear car manufacturers complain that EVs are produced at a loss at this time, so there could be a shift in an auto industry. Yes, indeed. I think there very well could be in due course. Yes, indeed. Very good. And let's get over here, too. Brian Callahan. If the auto workers go on strike, I'm expecting platinum to drop a little bit. All right. Yep, that's true. That very well could happen. You're right, Brian. That's a good point, indeed. If it expands. No IQ. Great video, Sal. I have gold and silver. I'm always worried that it's not enough. Well, hey, I tell you what, no IQ, to stack at your own pace. Worry not. You're doing a lot better than most Americans out there. In fact, even if you have just, a couple ounces of silver and, a 1/10 of an ounce of gold, you're probably doing a lot better than most people out there. Yeah, the fractional premiums on platinum is saying something. Yes, indeed. And even for full ounces, they're higher. It just takes so much energy and time and money to produce platinum. It's crazy. I think that's why it stands out, and that's also why some people are not a big fan of it. Lassie Farm, thumbing up. Thank you. He's watching from the bushes, not from the cab of his truck. There's Lassie Farm. Check him out. He likes to have fun as he's driving down the road, showing us the scenes and some cool songs playing as well, too. The Cranky One, great video, Sal. Question: do you think it's better to buy platinum bars or coins due to the industrial nature of it? Why pay the premium for coins? That's actually a very good question. Very good question. Yes, you're right. But I think for the same reason why it's probably better to buy gold coins and gold bars is you do have that extra level of confidence that it's not going to be fake, although you don't see too many fake platinum bars out there. But you are paying a little bit lower premiums, but you're still paying a pretty good premium for the bars as well, too. But duly noted for sure. And we've got Gregory Green, 1940. And then we'll check the markets after this. You guys are great for sticking with me tonight as we do our market watch and interact with you, the viewers. This is what it's about, so appreciate you guys. I steer clear of platinum, Gregory says. Maybe a little upside or short term if it gets more useful instead of palladium, but they're relatively close in cost right now, and I don't see retooling happening for the price differences now. Well, that's because it's ongoing. It's been happening for a while. But Long-term hydrogen fuel cells offer good growth, but they have to improve the electrolysis process for hydrogen. Otherwise, it's just another fossil fuel. Hydrogen right now is produced from natural gas and coal. With gas diesel engines on the downside and hydrogen production in the question for the long term, it's a highly speculative investment. I would stick to gold, silver, better yet, general miners, copper, iron, and some of these other ones. Yes, good point, good post. I certainly see what you're saying there. That makes sense. But I still think the fundamentals are still overall bullish. But you're right; those are things to look into and consider as well. So CoinCrew thinks that Platinum Eagle fractionals are the best investment. All right, there you go. But the premiums are higher on those, aren't they? Than the 1 ounce ones, but I'm not sure. I haven't really checked them lately, but yeah, it could be. Good post, a great comment, Gregory Green. A good synopsis there about the hydrogen fuel cells and stuff like that. I love that my viewers provide information about this stuff like that. He provides a very compelling argument to steer clear of platinum. And see, this is the kind of comment, by the way, that I enjoy getting challenged with stuff like this. Somebody who brings some insight. This is a nuanced comment. He's really strong in his viewpoint. But he's not being disrespectful. He's bringing facts on the table and why he's staying clear of it. And I love that. I think that's great. That's what I encourage. Now some people come in and they're just rude and crass and not liking, but I do enjoy stuff like this because I am bullish and admittedly bullish on platinum. And so I like to see what other people have to say about it. So that's great. Dean R is here. Welcome. Good to see you, Dean R. We've got you are here. Bearded Wonder still here. Dale Val is still with us. And the lovely Annie Oakley is here, still here. D Glass is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see all of you guys. Very good. $150 melt per piece, not ounce. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Rocky Superstar. Where's Rocky? We got nickel stacking here. Rocky Superstar. He usually live streams after I do on Sunday nights. John Bethia. Platinum is nice, but in my area, people know what gold and silver is, and both would be easier to trade. They think of platinum as being a catalytic converter, and that's it. Yep, no, I hear it. It's kind of typecast for sure. And CoinCrew keeps buying them. And by the way, CoinCrew, for those of you who don't know, CoinCrew is taking a chance on it because he is an actual dealer. And so when you think about it, from a dealer perspective, I mean, it's his business. So he sees some potential in them as well, too. Apparently, so that's great. I mean, he's literally putting his money where his mouth is, and he's buying them because he sees a potential in them. Doesn't mean that he and I can't be wrong, but at the same time, I think that's pretty cool and pretty neat that he's getting into platinum because it's brave for a local coin shop to do that, I think. All right, Cybercurtain Twitcher says, if I did a full platinum stack video, it would be one of my shortest. There you go. That's right. But he's a pretty good shot, Cybercurtain Twitcher is. If you know what I'm talking about, check his latest video. You'll see. Right on the money. The broke stacker says, my LCS liquidated all of his platinum when it hit $1,200-ish. There seems to be little or no interest in our region. I can't wait to purchase my first platinum coin. I too see its potential, especially with most of it being mined in BRICS nations. Yes, indeed. And that is something else to consider as a nuanced point of view. Why I'm bullish for it, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. I love that Tizante flight. I invented a new word today, plagiarism. I love that. Oh, my goodness gracious. I love it. What an original. I love that's great. All right. Let me go to the markets. What are the markets telling us right now in Asia? Yes, indeed. Look at this, folks. No movement at all since the last time we checked, and we were gone for a while, but gold is still down $1.10, 19.24. Silver's down 1 cent, $23.13. Yes, I did refresh the page, and this is what they are still showing. Judith and Dan Davis is here. Joshua Rhodes is with us tonight. Good to see you. All right. Yes, I didn't see the 27 outtakes where I missed totally. I hear you. Well, when I did my shot of the fake silver peace dollar, I had some outtakes as well too, and they were pretty expensive because those rounds were like $2 a pop. Likely now they're a whole lot more. So very, very good. So let's refresh this just to see, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, now gold is down $1.30 to $1,923.80. Silver's down 1 cent. Very good. All right. Leap 7 in on this video here about the United States Mint. And they want you. And U.S. Mint wants you. It says, I don't like diversity, equity, or inclusion. The psychos running the show aren't interested in equality. They are more interested in dragging us down to an equal level with the third world. That's what they mean by equity and inclusion. That's right. The diversity part is just a driver for the other plans as far as I'm concerned. Happy stacking, Sal and gang. You nailed it, Leap 7 in. There it is. We have got Who's Your Stacker. He's coming to us from the beautiful Kauai Island in Hawaii. Are you anywhere near where the fires were? Prayers to the people of Hawaii there. But Who's Your Stacker? Hope you're having fun, my friend. We miss you. Thank you for popping in on your vacation. You are the man. If you guys haven't done so already, Who's Your Stacker is a great member of the community. He one of his missions is to stack your preparedness, but he also exists to support the entire silver stacking community. A selfless act. Has a great time on his live streams. He has a silver bingo. Just a great overall person. So check out Who's Your Stacker. And I'm glad you're able to get away and enjoy some time there in Kauai. Okay, so Kauai, that's a different island. Okay, Maui, where the fires were. I was thinking that, Kauai Island is a whole different island. That's right, the Maui Island. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Where was my head at? I don't know. But there's iReview. Thanks for correcting me on that. Dang, it's right. It's Maui, not Kauai. I was thinking the town was a city there. But anyways, but yes, indeed. Very good. Good to see you guys. Welcome, one and all. Quarter says here, Women's Quarters series is an insult to American women. How many are American? Real biological women. American coins are not circus tokens. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, as I posted in my video about it, the choices they made for the women was first based off of their race and their geographic region and what they represented, or the liberal causes they represented, not for the significance in contributing to America in general. And by the way, I'm not saying that some liberal causes weren't significant. And in a good way, too, but I'm saying that these were chosen specifically for DEI reasons, and that's unfortunate. Hey, the great Constitutional Stacker is here. Thank you, brother. The second super chat of the night. Thank you, my friend. All right. Thank you, brother. Keep stacking, kids. It says Constitutional Stacker. He is the one and the only. Appreciate you, brother. There he is. All right. And Butts Are Flying Effect says, but they had a man, Eleanor Roosevelt, on some of their women quarters. Oh, boy. Yes, indeed. All right. Some people say that Eleanor Roosevelt was our first lesbian president. Or first lady. Anyways. Let's see here. Lord Richard, 8184 on this video about how to avoid capital gains tax. Says, I won't sell my metals, he says here. Not going to do it. I might swap silver into gold since it's a tier 1 asset, so it's as good as cash. Then you can take a loan out on the gold. Loans typically aren't taxed. So now use that money to buy cash producing assets to pay off the loan. I buy dividend stocks or real estate you're renting out. You still have to pay taxes, but it'll be less and easier to get rid of with legal tax deductions in a business. Okay, yes. You just have to probably hire a tax professional for that, unless you really know for yourself how to do it. But yes, indeed. All right. Very good. iReview. Thank you, brother. Oh, man, you were the man. Thank you. $4.99 super chat. And Constitutional Stacker says keep super chatting right after iReview. You were the man. Appreciate you guys. So kind of you. Means a lot. Man, you guys are right on the money on that. As soon as iReview did, Constitutional Stacker did it right there. That's awesome. Thank you, iReview. Thank you, Constitutional Stacker. Now we have got J.M. Sparger says here, and by the way, make sure you check out Constitutional Stacker's channel. Good man. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Let me get to this. He says, I did the survey for the 250th old USA anniversary coin. Strongly dislike the H milk LGBTQ stuff. Woke mess they had listed. Only history, rights, and our founders. I'm a full Bill of Rights believer, but I don't know of any coins in our history commemorating weapons or the right to them. Commemorating weapons or the right to them. Celebrating the revolution is more about the people that came together and sacrificed for liberty. I don't think our founders would have considered it tasteful or proper for the peaceful nation they had in mind. Most didn't even want a standing army. For additional comments, I put, please get the mangy chicken off our American gold eagle. Might as well tell the truth. They're going to mint that anyway, hence the current silver eagle and its wing clip. Well, JMS Barger, I don't mean to be disagreeable, but I strongly disagree with you about the Second Amendment. Without the Second Amendment, there would not be the First or any of the others. It is the single most important amendment, and it's because of that. When the government fears the people, then that's actually a good thing. It's not when the people fear the government. That's really what it's about. The Second Amendment is extremely important, and I think it's important to the founding of the nation. The Minutemen, look at within a minute's notice, it'd be ready. Citizen fighters across the colonies that took up arms to fight. And this is how we won the Revolutionary War. It's profound, and so that's the thing you gotta keep in mind is that I think if they're gonna cover all of these other amendments in here, specifically singling them out and not the Second Amendment, that they don't have a full understanding of what it took for us to actually become free. And by the way, the people were obviously very important in that, but without the ability and what they understood when they developed that Second Amendment was the very fact that is what keeps us free and keeps government limited. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And let's see here. So we got Electric Ninja says, funny because I went to the U.S. Mint website, looked up our chief equity and inclusion officer. He doesn't look very diverse. In fact, he looks like he could be the grandson of Albert Fish. That's a really good point. For those of you who don't know, Albert Fish was a maniacal serial killer back in the day. That's funny. Thank you, Electric Ninja. You're right. He doesn't look very diverse, that's for sure. Rude Boy, 44 Mag, extreme at either end is annoying, and that's why I try to nestle myself somewhere in the middle. All right. Well, there was a time where there was a lot more that we agreed on than we didn't, even between the political parties. But now we've gone from being, liberal and conservative to really a lot of the conservatives have become, classical liberals. But it's become a difference between sanity and crazy. But anyways, very good. Let's see here. Let's move on. Let's see. Do I still have your cell? I do. Actually do. Yes. Coin Crew. I have it in a Petri dish. I have one of your brain cells in a Petri dish that I've been holding in. I was going to clone it, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. But I may do that because if I could clone another coin crew to have Keith, and it wouldn't just be just some guy either, it would be just some clone. So I do have the cell. I've got it in the freezer right now. I need to pull that out of cryogenics and get to work on that. If I'm going to make this happen, if I want to be really a great channel, I got to have just some clone around to help me out. So I do have it. So I'll get to work. Thanks for reminding me, and thanks for sending me one of your brain cells. It means half the world to me. No, I don't. Email me. We'll talk a little bit, okay? Very good. All right. Bob Thompson says, hey, Sal, through the survey at you last week during the live chat, nobody responded that I saw. Anybody who takes it will see exactly what they're pushing in and pushing out. I took it as soon as I saw it in my email. You caught up and you were right on the money. Thank you, Bob Thompson. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what they're doing. It's pretty blatant, pretty right out there for us. Let's take a look at the markets. What are the markets doing? Look at here. We have got them are down. Now we've got the gold down $1.20. Silver's down 2 cents. It's the most it's dropped the whole night. It's not a whole lot of movement, but we're seeing it drop. Platinum is down $1. Buy up all of it. Buy it all up now. Down $1. There you go. All right, very good. There you go. Let's see here. Very good. Okay. It's March 4. There we go. LTD Civilworks. Good to see you. Thank you, LTD Civilworks. He's been a representative for a month. Thank you, brother. It's your pleasure to be here living the dream. Civilworks. Good guy. He's also got a channel too. Check him out. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. And by the way, Cybercurrent Twitcher, he is, if you want to, he has got some matchsticks holding his eyelids open. Thank you. He's going to have a good night. Thank you for being here tonight. Make sure you check out Cybercurrent Twitcher's latest video. You will get a kick out of it. It is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. All right. Let's move forward here. We have got me H Drizaz I3. Man, I wish this thing would go back to the channel names on this thing. I've kind of reached out to YouTube on it. Nobody even responds. They don't care. I don't buy woke, poopy, and cancel anything that goes woke. I only buy their constitutional things and pro-America stuff. We live in anarcho-tyranny thanks to Obama and Biden. We need to get back to being a republic and living our free lives again. Equity means everyone ends up in the same place. Socialism, in other words, it will hold back people who work their butts off to promote those who sit on their butts, so they would be at the same level. That's exactly what this thing with this paying off people's tuition is about. That's right. I believe in starting at the same level and working hard to where you want to end up. That's right. I'm with you on that too. Whoa, Eric Grimes has just popped in here with 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Look at that. Very kind of you, Eric Grimes. You are the man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very, very much. Oh, yeah. And Carrie Turan on this one. I took their survey and was totally disgusted by what direction the questions lead. The woke crap is more dangerous to our very way of life than people know. It's scary how they are brainwashing the younger generations to control and destroy America. Amen. And by the way, this should be something that enrages liberals and conservatives alike, because it really is about divisiveness, and that's not what liberalism is about. It's about coming together and being equal among men, and that means women too. Yes, indeed. Very good. Very nice. All right. Let's go to Daryl Wren. Says, I agree 100% with you, Sal. Wokeism has gotten way out of hand and does divide people more. The men should stay away from doing this. If they do, don't participate in. Yep. But this is our chance to get our voices heard. That's why I put a link in there. For hopefully you'll take part in the survey. We need a massive, overwhelming response to this, because it's got to stop. We need to put a stop to it. Sal, I heard a birdie the other day talking about U.S. Mint possibly discontinuing the minting of platinum in 2024. Hope not. What say you? Thanks, platinum. Buy what you like. Well, PM Stacker, I had not heard that, but it wouldn't be the first time that they've done that. There has been a pause. I think after 2009, and there weren't any platinum eagles minted until 2014, if I remember correctly, of any sort, except for the proof versions. Yes, indeed. All right. And Bob Thompson says, hey, Sal, again, maybe a dedicated live chat on this subject is in order. Well, we're talking about it here, Bob. But yeah, I probably won't do a dedicated live chat on this subject. I figured a video would be good enough. I do hope people will actually participate in and post, and make their opinion heard about it, because it is a very important topic for sure. All right. Robert Gill says here, boycott the U.S. Mint. He says here, let's see. And I tell you what, I've scaled back some of my purchases from them. Only stuff that I'm really wanting to do, like like the American Liberty series and the innovation dollars. I think I'm going to continue those. Definitely stop with the proof sets. Definitely stop with the women's quarters, and I'm not going to participate in that stuff. But anyways, all right. Boycott the U.S. Mint. First, they are destroying your ASE by selling it for $23 for 1 ounce coin. Going forward, ASEs are $23 no matter what you paid for them. Now the U.S. Mint boycotted the consumer by not offering these ASEs when the consumer wanted them. So what goes around comes around. The American people need to get their crap together and band and defend the country. This past brought us to the British are coming present day, call us the wokes are coming. The erosion started with Obama, is still being ruined by Obama. Well, technically, you could probably date some of this stuff because the political correctness predates Obama. Obama maybe set it into overdrive, but even Obama has come out against some of the wokeism out there. Yeah, I said it. Believe it or not, even Obama sees the danger in some of it, but he's kind of created a monster or perpetuated a monster, though. So he is to blame in great part to this, but he sees us going out of hand. But anyways, I spend my money on mints that offer me appeal in looks and what the coin round represents along with the message it carries. Wake up and smell the coffee. But anyways, so this stuff goes back to political correctness, which actually goes back into the 70s with the women's lib movement. That's really where a lot of it really began. The modern day political correctness movement started in the late 60s, early 70s. And if you want to see an example of the counterculture to that, watch Dirty Harry. The first Dirty Harry movie is, you got to see that movie. That is the counter. They saw it then. Clint Eastwood saw it then. That's when Hollywood had balls, at that time. But that's a great movie. And you will see that political correctness was around then because they address it in the movie Dirty Harry. So check it out. All right, Quarter says, considering buying a little platinum, does older platinum demand a lower premium? Or is it about the same as newer pieces? I don't know. I think the overall general market for it probably is about the same in my experience, because I did buy a proof Noble for about the same as I would buy a regular ounce for in other places. So yes, it just depends on what kind of piece it is. Platinum coins by their very nature are rare, so some of the lower pieces may have numismatic value. So we'll see. There you go, Lassie Farms, big Dirty Harry fan. Oh yes, indeed. Probably some quote some good stuff from Dirty Harry films. Love those films. Yes, indeed, good stuff. Thank you, Lassie Farm. Oh yeah, good stuff. Maria Dorleon says, I think the Mint should start printing a bunch of coins with aliens, UFOs, and deep space and see how all these woke folk respond. Let the aliens come down and defend themselves. There you go. It's pretty funny. Can you imagine? Well, crazy. Another thing about the Mint that really teased me off is the quality control, especially with this finning stuff that's going on. But anyways. All right. And user says, I got a 1926 wheat cent and change yesterday or the day before. Just found it while listening. I graded an F15. Nice. Congratulations. Good buy on that one. Let's take a look, or good find on that one, rather. Let's take a look at the markets here. We can see here not a whole lot of activity. In fact, we're way past the top of the hour. We were supposed to do this 20 minutes ago. My apologies. But here is what the charts look like over the past hour and a half. Almost an hour and a half. Look at this. Look where gold is at. It's steadily down just a little bit here as the night has gone up there, but not a whole lot. No radical move at all, but it is down slightly. Mark Razor, welcome, Mr. Razor. Good to see you, Mark Razor. Glad you're here. Oh yeah, good to see you. So gold is down slightly there, as you can see from that chart there as we press forward. And then we are going to take a look at silver, which is down only 2 cents right now. Silver is even flatter. Look at that. We're looking at the green line. We're looking at bid price for silver. So it's down. Crazy, crazy. All right. 44 specials. Okay. So it can handle with one end. That's right. It's the Smith & Wesson Model 29. The modern version of that is the 629, by the way, which I have one of those. Smith & Wesson 629. But I would really like to get the 50 caliber one. I actually shot one of those in a video. It's called At War with Peace. If you want to see me shoot a 500 Smith & Wesson, look up At War with Peace. All right. I'll show you if you go over here. Shooting a fake silver peace dollar at war with peace. Of course, that's a Smith & Wesson Model 500. 50 caliber. That thing's got quite a recoil, and it also is extremely loud, so make sure you put earplugs in when you watch this video, because it's going to blow your ears out. By the way, this video is extremely long and labor intensive, so I don't know if you can make it through the 2 minutes and 50 seconds, but if you can, well, you see what I'm doing there. All right, very good. All right, Jimmy says, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I provided my feedback to the Mint. I trust it will use it with the utmost conviction as the Mint move forward. I sense a little bit of sarcasm in there, but Jimmy, thank you for doing it anyway. Strength in numbers, my friend. Strength in numbers. What is the kick? The kick on it is actually, I was prepared for it. I was expecting it to be really, really bad. But believe it or not, it wasn't terribly bad. I have to hold it with both hands to do it, but you will actually see it in that video if you watch it. It didn't break my wrist, but boy, I tell you what, you got to hold it. You got to have your elbows. You don't want to have your elbows locked, because then it'll push your shoulders back and you might dislocate your shoulder. Maybe, but anyways. Oh, thank you, JM Unleashed. He posted a link to the video. Thank you, brother. But yeah, you'll see. And I'm not a very strong guy. So yeah, if I can do it, you can probably do it. So it's not, it was not too bad. Thank you again, JM Unleashed, for posting that. But yeah, it was, but it was fun to shoot. But I would just like to have one just for gits and shiggles. That was my buddy's gun. And the ammo is extremely expensive. It was $2 per round back then. Likely it's probably $4 to $5 a round now. And big old bore in that some biscuit, by the way. All right, Silver, Patriot, FGNS. I took the survey and have encouraged others to do the same. This woke agenda that has spread across the country is dividing us, as you said. Well said, Sal. We are equal. We are all equal in the eyes of God. That's right, exactly. That's what it's about, my friends. You know, because wokeism is the exact opposite of equality. What it represents is counter to what the founders intended. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here tonight. Appreciate you. And we've got Bikini Sayorkiom says here on this video about the Mint. Says this. You know, being woke or aware of other people's rights and freedoms isn't a bad thing. Well, I would say that being aware of other people's rights and freedoms isn't a bad thing, but being woke is a bad thing, because woke defies what rights and freedoms are about. Wokeism is about squelching freedoms and rights. That's the problem, Bikino. But anyways, he says, I like your channel and really value everything you say except this one. Well, I appreciate you voicing your opinion. I want you to be able to do that, and I appreciate your being respectful about it. But anyways, you, just like everyone, are entitled to share your views. But one thing you said that kind of struck me the wrong way was that you said that pure democracy is a bad thing. And it is a bad thing. Very bad thing. I stand by that. He says democracy is good until I lose. Complaining about wokeism is just as bad as wokeism. Just two sides of the same coin. Well, the thing is pure democracy. What is pure democracy, Bikino? It's mob rule. We don't rule by mobs. That's not good. That is definitely not a good thing. Because look at the media sensation we have, Bikino. Let's say that you are out there and you have a rope, and you take that rope and you save somebody from drowning in the ocean or in a river or something like that. You've got the rope out there, and you throw the rope out there, and they grab onto it, and they come to shore. But there's a picture that goes out, Bikino. That picture goes viral, and it's a picture of you whipping somebody as they're falling into the river. All right? So think about that for a moment. There's a picture of you whipping somebody and causing them to fall into the river, which means that you could have potentially killed that person. Everybody sees that picture. It goes across all the social media platforms, Bikino. And everybody is saying that, you know what? This guy, Bikino, he's a cruel guy. He's actually whipped this person into the river. We should convict him by a trial of our peers. I'd say, let's forget a trial. Let's forget a jury. Let's just go what everybody thinks. And everybody votes online. Was he whipping somebody? It looks to be the case in that picture because they snapped the frame before you actually show them you are throwing them a hand. You're throwing them to help and save them. You see what I'm saying? Democracy can be a very powerful thing, and because you don't have to necessarily have all the facts there. So that's why we have a representative republic. We do not have a democratic republic. We don't have anything to do. Democracy, in other words, when we elect our officials, we're electing our representatives. For president, we're electing electors. And when we elect our representatives, well, we're voting, and that's a majority in that vote. But in there, we're kind of more informed. But yeah, it's mob rule, and that's kind of what is we want to go work against. I know that's kind of a long explanation, maybe not the best example, but I hope you get what I'm saying there. All right. Yeah. Democracy equals mob rule. Actual capitalism equals financial slavery. Freedom stackers ungovernable. The media. That's how the media works. That's right, Evil One. Exactly right. And the media can drive democracy or drive that mob rule for sure. And let's see here. All right. Let's get back over here. Mark B. I don't care for what color you are. Treat me right or I treat you right. We'll all get along just fine. As long as the sexual confusions go, don't include me. I don't care what you do. Just don't bring it to me or mine. Yep. They're pushing it on us. And I see Dylan Mulvaney and other freaks on gold and silver. I quit stacking. All right, we're good. All right. Let's take a look at the markets again. And we've got, there we go. Look at this. The market is indeed not much movement. Silver's now down 3 cents, which is the most it's been down tonight so far. Gold is down $1.30. 1923 and 80 cents. So a little bit lower lows tonight. So there it is. Very good. Mark Razor actually did a video about that, about proof 2020 Kennedy halves. And not many, I've not seen any proof ones, but I have seen circulated ones and did a video about that. They've been sending those out, the uncirculated $half to banks. Crazy. All right. User says here, just another way for the government to steal money from the mine owners and pass it on to little guy people. Yep, that's right. And that's just it. It will be passed on. Those taxes that they put on them will come back to bite us. Now, Mike Kitten is a grandmaster. If it's to vote on what type of packaging they should use, I'm in. Yeah, well, it's not necessary. It's not about that. But anyways. Very good. All right, let's see here. It's about the themes for the bars, for the coins. Cans Fan 65 says here, the only way to express your views in a way they will understand is with your wallet. Surveys are like votes. They only reflect the views of the people counting them. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think if enough of us make our voices heard, maybe they will get that message. We'll see here. Steve Woods. Waiting for an air at Quick Trip. All right. Good to see Steve C. is here. Heart of Texas is here. Dale Val is still with us. Good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys joining us. We've got Annie Oakley says, I say we give them the Bud Light treatment. Yes. Tell you what, if they do some of this stuff that they're proposing in here, man, I tell you what, I'm not going to be buying them either. Let's explode. Platinum is a sore spot for me. It's the only metal in my stack I've not been able to cost average to the positive, but this might be the opportunity while prices remain low. Yes, it could be, but it is a more of a riskier venture with platinum, for sure. So understand that, but you're right, Richard. And we've got Erickson says, once I stack silver, I think about buying platinum. Thanks, Sal. All right. There you go. Yep. Sometimes it's just a matter of kind of maturing your way into it. Understand the tribe has commented in a couple of these videos. So many beautiful platinum coins to choose from. Bars seem boring for such a unique metal. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what they can do. The design. That's why I like the platinum maple leaf. It's the smallest, it's the thickest and smallest diameter 1 ounce coin out there. And I like that. I like that indeed. The Constitution does not mention democracy. That's right, the tribe. You are exactly right. It does not. And Dan Rumble says, I believe Elon's characterization of woke as a mind virus is most accurate. Yep, I think so too. Very, very well said. And Adrian 28002 or 2802, the collapse still has to come. Just wait until people open their eyes and flee to silver. And we shall see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get to the markets again. Now silver's pulled back a little bit. It's now down only 2 cents. Down only 2 cents, down to $23.12. Gold is down $1.80 to $1,923.30. Silver down 2 cents, and we are here. Let's see, we are now awaiting to see what happens to platinum. Is no movement at all. Palladium, no movement at all. And of course, rhodium, very rarely. I don't think I've ever seen it trade at all during the hour or so that I'm here on the Market Watch. Matt is here. Welcome. Count Derpila is here. Sal digs the thickness. Yes, indeed, I do dig the thickness of the coins. You will dig the thickness and you will own all of it. That's right. And let's see here. 83.51 is the gold to silver ratio, by the way. All right, the Celtic Connaught chimes in and says this. The U.S. Mint promoting DEI equates to me defunding their bloated product pricing. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm buying less and less from the Mint. There's only a few things that I'm buying, and I'm kind of buying somewhat in reluctance. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. We are slurping our way through this live stream continually as we go to the next comment. We've got Boris Perez says here, the movie Alien, circa 1980s. Let me get over here. Let me do this. Oh, yes, we forgot about this one here. From Boris Perez, the movie Alien, circa mid-80s, is not only the greatest movie of all time, but a reflection of a time when we were normal. A female hero that's not a Karen, jarhead, jokes about illegal aliens and being funny. By the way, the Latin lead lady wasn't Latino, and I could care less. She nailed her role down. Boy, I missed the 80s. Yep, you're right, Boris. And by the way, that would be Sigourney Weaver, and she did a fabulous job also in Ghostbusters. Yeah, strong leading woman roles, but she didn't proselytize about it either, which I agree. I think that's wonderful. Very, very good. Great point. Richard Metcalf, I think people woke up, and quite frankly, we're just sick and tired of it. Look at what happened to Budweiser. Yes. That's right, that's right. Ooh, UP Dan says, I look at the Canadian Mint more since they were, I look at the Canadian Mint more since they went woke. My survey response said that. Yeah, the Canadian Mint is pretty, well, I don't know. I guess didn't they do, I know the Royal Mint did a Pride coin, but I don't know if that happened at the Canadian Mint or not. It may have. I'd be willing to bet the Royal Canadian Mint already has a Pride coin. Platinum is especially long-term humanity and space-age play. Junk silver is the poop hitting the fan play, while old band gold is savings and wealth ploy. Also want to add in a high-quality, great vintage Willie Mays baseball card in the monthly rotation. Diversify. That is definitely a way to diversify as well, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. And Matthew says, you're right on point. Screw the mint. The only thing that is good is low mintage because no one wants this crap. and we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'm keeping somewhat of an open mind, but I'm hoping that they will listen to the results of the survey if people chime in with the concerns that I'm sharing. All right, here we go. Another one to watch this video. I hope this video goes viral. More people watch it. This is the American Silver Eagle 30 years later video. I haven't seen any comments in this video for literally a couple of years, and we got 2 in one day here. So thank you, KAWA. Are you wearing this coin with keys and other stuff, or just in the pocket without anything? Yes, the keys are in the same pocket with it, so it's getting worn that way too. Yes, indeed. That's right. That's right, MM126. There is no Dana, only Zur. That's right. We've got Lassie Farm. U.S. Mint should just contract out all their production to a real mint. Perth Mint could run things way better. Exactly. You nailed it. That's exactly right. Quality is a whole nother issue that the United States Mint needs to deal with. I'm with you on that one, Lassie Farm. All right. Hot-headed Joel says U.S. Mint will never get one dime of my money, not ever. All right. Some people definitely stayed away. They're not doing it very good. All right. And the Kiwi Clipper says, I made sure to express that I don't want to see woke themes in a 2026 coin series. Make the U.S. Mint great again. Exactly. Well, good for you. Thank you for taking part. Merlin, I don't think the survey will change anything, and they will push the woke agenda no matter what. Well, they're sort of constrained by the congressional mandates to put women on them, but, the women of the revolution were definitely badass and heroes. So as long as they don't pick some random person that's way out in left field, then we'll probably be okay, but you never know. You just never know. All right. Let's press and move forward here now to the next comment on this thing here. We've got Homestead Aquarius says, what a mess. At least they aren't wanting to put McDonald's or other fast food on there, because that is America too. Maybe next time, right? Folks need to wake up. Yes, that's right. It's true. Oh, boy. Or fidget spinners. Put a fidget spinner on a coin. Remember the fidget spinner phase? Press the number 17 if you remember fidget spinners. And I have something to show you, by the way, that I tried to capitalize on the fidget spinner movement. Press the number 17 if you remember fidget spinners. John Knox, the United States of America is a great country. You have a lot to be proud of. The Declaration of Independence is such a great document that we pretty much had to allow you to have independence after that. Hope you can have a revival and return to your founding principles. My nation, the UK too. Well, thank you, John Knox. I mean, sadly, well, the thing is you didn't. The UK did not allow us to have independence by any stretch. They fought hard to prevent us from having it, but notwithstanding, the United Kingdom is one of our best allies, not alloys, but one of our best allies. And so thank you so much. And those principles, I think, will do very well across the entire spectrum of nations that have representative republics. All right, man, why are all these people typing the number 17? What the heck is going on here? Why are they doing that? I forgot why I had you type in 1817. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man. 17. Dang it. What did I shoot? I literally did. I was thinking I was going to joke about that, but now I did kind of slip my mind. Press the number 17 if you want me to show you. Dang it. What was it? Remind me. I literally did it. Now it's slipping my mind. Crazy. What is going on here? I remember telling you to press 17, but what was it for? All right, the idea of some of this is Johnny Bull, some of those coins, I'd rather see Crazy or Sitting Bull, Geronimo, or many others on a coin. Set aside a recent video that I can't see than to find or showed off some mercs. I would just flip out if I found those on my LCS. Time to look at the next couple of items. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here tonight. Let's see here. All right. Oh, fidget spinners. That's right. Fidget spinners. Thank you. Yes. My fidget spinner idea. What am I thinking, man? It's been nice. So LIX59 is here. Good to see you. All right. Okay, here we go. Before I forget, again, if you go to the search column here, and you type in fidget spinner. You guys remember those? Watch what happens. The most expensive fidget spinner in the world, 24K, pure gold. Look at that. Hardly got any views. I was hoping this would go viral, you know what I mean, during the old fidget spinner craze. But check it out. I had a little fun with some fidget spinners on that some biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Type in hashtag some biscuit in the chat. You know what I'm saying? All right, and then you can also get the gold fidget spinner prank call too. Look, I even did one silver fidget spinners live. I was monopolizing on the craze of fidget spinners for one live stream and 2 videos. But I failed miserably in all 3 efforts. But hey, you can't fault me for trying, so. All right. All right, LTD Silverwork says the following here, and I quote directly. As you always encourage people to think for themselves, this is the time for such. People thinking for themselves. I don't need the Mint or the government to think for me. I try not to do business with either of them. The Constitution and Bill of Rights protects the smallest minority, self, the individual's ability to achieve life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well said, LTD Civil Works. You nailed it. That's right. Oh, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The spinners were targeting kids, not our age group. Oh, man. Well, I know. I guess I'm one big fat kid. It's crazy. Thank you, JM Unleashed. You posted a link to the Let me just... I want you guys to watch that video instead of the other one. Well, you can watch both of them if you want to. Hey, the great Yankee Stacking is here. Good to see you. Everything is A-OK. Yankee Stacking. There he is. All right. He's in his house. He's not in just any house. He's not in the house. He's in his house. He's got a roof over his head right now. There he is. Thanks for popping in tonight. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. And let's see here. Culture of Currency says here. And this is another reason why I wish we'll do this comment and we'll take a look at the markets. We'll analyze the markets strategically after this. Another reason why I wish we would go back to the older coin images and ideas before people. The Columbian Exposition coin from 1892 was the first to feature an actual identifiable individual, Columbus, having liberty, justice, freedom, and other of the things our country stands on for should be featured again. Not this woke stuff. That's my impersonation anyway, but yes, you're right. What was wrong with designs like the peace dollar? Our founders were great and all, but the ideas they stood for were greater. That's exactly right. Well said, Culture of Currency. All right, thank you. Oh, thank you, Yankee Stack, and I appreciate you so much, my friend. Have a good night. You the man. You just popping in for a little bit. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening. You guys, most of you already know Yankee, but if you don't, by any odd chance, you should definitely subscribe to his channel. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Yankee Stacking. All right. Anyways, Culture of Currency goes on to say, why not have coins represent what we should aim for again? Humans are flawed. The more we look, the more likely we are to find something worth arguing over. Ideas cannot die and transcend people. That's right, exactly. And those are the ideas from which we were founded upon. Individual liberty, responsibility, freedom, and the ideas of limited government and self-determination. And with God as at the forefront, and let Him guide us and be guided by our principles. Yes, indeed, not government. All right, David McKenzie says, we have a woke government in Ottawa following Uncle Klaus's wishes. Yes, yep, that's true. I feel bad for what's going on there in Canada. John Knox says, they are 100% manipulating prices, Sal. And keeping them artificially suppressed in the West. All the big banks are doing it now, especially with gold and silver, and selling it in Shanghai at a higher price. It's kind of corrupt and treasonous when you think about it. I love the Aussie Marlin, by the way. Great coin. You might be able to get income and growth if you invest in a platinum miner, but they're mostly mining in places with big issues. Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, that is an interesting concept about the markets in Shanghai and how they're selling them at a higher price. All right, very good. And we've got James Steele says, I don't believe as you do on silver, but I do think IRA a good guy and honest in your feelings. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, James Steele. It's okay to have differences, and I appreciate you respecting mine. There's Jamie Foxx is here. Very good. Let's take a look at the markets now. The markets indeed are reacting now. Look at this. Now palladium is down $2. Gold is down $1.10 now to $1,924. Silver is down only 1 cent now, so recovering some of his losses earlier. Not a hugely exciting market watch tonight, but yes, indeed. But the markets indeed are moving, and so silver down 1 cent. Platinum is now flat. All right, very good. Okay. And let's see here. Southside Frankie on this video says the following. Let's get over here to this. He says, I totally agree. Woke has gone too far. Nowadays, if you're not on the hard left on a lot of things, you are either right wing or so-called other ridiculous names. It's getting to the point where you are accused constantly of something. Soon you'll be accused of breathing when walking in the street. Even building names or names of birds. Whatever it is, people are now finding discrimination with them. The whole situation is absurd. Also, when you say certain people must be employed or catered for, it does actually mean you are discriminating against people or set of people. Common sense is always best. USA history must represent properly and proudly and not according to woke ideas. You're right. Well said. Well said, Frankie. HR says woke is a new religion growing to take over America, spreading like a wildfire. It sure is. I'm glad people are speaking out against it. James Steele says, and God We Trust is removed from some commemoratives. Actually, it's not. No commemorative coins. They are required to have in God We Trust on them by law. Now, if you see medals, you won't see that phrase on the medals, but it is indeed on all of the coins. Anything with a coin, it's required to be inscribed within God We Trust. For now. Cemetery Shop says, great information, Sal. Let me get to this. I want to do this and go over to this. Before we read that. You guys sticking with me, thank you. Let's make this happen. Here we go. I wonder what you think of the potential for a slowdown in industrial use of platinum if the UAW strike lingers or even grows. Wouldn't it pause an industrial demand allow for an increase of the supply side? Yes, it very well could, but that will probably be gobbled up fairly quickly in the EV market if it continues. But that could shift and change too because of some other developments that happen there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Screw them, says Paul Britton. Saying it like it is. Saying it like it is. There you go. All right. Nan Double X says, I just wonder how other countries are going to like this. If you go to the Caribbean, cash is king. I don't think such places are going to like CBDC. Yeah, likely some of those, but the more developed nations will. Wayne Pugh says, I'm sure there are women and minority that deserve recognition, but they woke or LGBT. I'm done with this U.S. coins. I'll buy something else. That's right, exactly. It's about merit for the individual, not based off of race or sexual orientation. Hopefully you're right, says FA. Thank you on this video here about gold next year. And the Cemetery Shop says here, I believe the states have right and duty to bypass U.S. Mint and Federal Reserve by minting gold and silver coins and other gold specie currencies for use in their territories. It's an idea that is on solid constitutional ground, desirable and advisable. We are getting stiffed for value by using the current system, and now they're trying to remake our way of life from one of our own choosing to a gross form of large slavery. Government should exist only to serve the prosperity and safety of the people. We should never consent to the unwarranted transformation of our ideals into this mud pit of wokeism. The reason they're calling us a democracy is because they have forgotten that we are a republic. The people who represent us have been allowed to slowly remake the U.S. into a three-part caste system of elites, rulers, and slaves. Yep, that's really the bottom line. That's where we're headed. We're already there in many aspects. Mac says, not a fan of Gibraltar coin. The planchet is too thin. I like the Britannia best. You know, I'm in agreement with you on that completely, Max. That's not my favorite coin either. I like the design, but I don't like the thinness of it. I'm with you on it. All right. Strangest argument for platinum I've ever seen video. Got some views on this one. He says this. Let me get to this because this is a fascinating topic, by the way. Let's get to this. He says, platinum is 48% of gold. Normally, it's greater than twice gold's price. Only a complete moron would miss this most basic fact. Choose value, people, or don't. All right. Well, the amount of platinum is, you know, the rarity does not necessarily equate to value. That's the other thing people got to realize, for sure. But anyways, it's about demand. All right. OTH Slice, there's a growing brotherhood of truth. I appreciate your contribution. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. No IQ says, I can't wait to be able to buy again. Funds are low. Great information, Sal. Thank you. I hope you can soon, my friend. Yes, wish you all the success. Thank you, No IQ. Success, my friend. Hopefully you can buy again soon. Homestead Aquarius says, here, this is some exciting news. For me, the excitement will be limited to only a small amount to keep even up my collection on the periodic table, and I won't worry myself for having to sell it. I will stick to the proven winner, the wonderful gold. Thank you for your continual work for us, Sal. Thank you, Homestead Aquarius. I appreciate you, sir. There we go. There is Nick. All right, let's take a look at the gold prices now. What site to use for spot price? Yeah, Nick, I'm using Kitco. We're going to go look at it again. Kitco is what I always go to. So as we can see, gold is down $1.30 right now, and silver is down 2 cents. So $1,923, $1,923.80 for gold. Silver is down 2 cents at $23.12. Palladium is down $2. Platinum is flatlined. So there it is. Kitco is always where I go. It's always the accurate. Well, there's others. I think Trading View has them for each metal where they trade by the second. But if you want to see both metals together, and as long as you're not wanting to see it second by second, you know, and this does refresh a couple of seconds, but it's not like continual stream of it. But anyways, all right, very good. All right. Yeah, I don't have any Electrum coins. I've done a video on it before, talked about it in parts of videos about Electrum, but not a dedicated video. But you don't see it too often. All right, let's get back to the comments, shall we? We've got the global warmer. Is the global warmer still with us tonight? He's been kind of known to lurk in the background. Thank you, global warmer. NanXX says here on this Hooks video, says the following here. Ever wonder why aliens never land here? They took one look at the Dems running the country, said hard pass, keep moving. There you go. I love it. That's great. Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Silver Turtle 65 is here. Good to see you, Silver Turtle. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. All right. Let's press onward here. We've got Explore. There you go. Thank you, NanXX. And NanXX is here, by the way. He's here with us right now. And here is Shiny Shiny Man on this video about the United States Mint and what they are calling to do here. It says here, the irony of wokeism is that it actually deprives women of their rights and equality by the LGBTQ, which allowed a lot of men to declare that they are women to participate in women's sports. Exactly right. That's true. They eat their own. Wokeism is a religion. It's a religious movement where they eat their own, and that's exactly what's happening here. Gain an unfair advantage in sports. It's also an invasion of privacy by men now having the freedom to go into a women's restroom. It's simply sickening. It sure is. Ola from Costa Rica. That's right. That's right. From Costa Rica, from Silver Turtle 65, enjoying some time down there. Matt, if you would check out this video called US Mint Wants You to Do This, there is a link to the survey in the description of that video. Homestead Aquarius here comments on this video about gold next year. Before we get to that, Nick here says, and thank you for the super chat, Nick. He says, Mountain House has 50% off number 10 cans freeze dried. Stock up, people, before you can. Okay, Mountain House is a long-term storage food company. And tell us what number 10 cans are, Nick. I'm curious. What is freeze dried? I'm curious because I might be interested in doing that. That's pretty cool. Mountain House, very fascinating. That's a good savings for sure. All right, so Homestead says, damn straight, Sal, if nations are still stacking gold, we need to have our own supply. Gold thrives on a historic lust for the beautiful metal. We build what value we have in our eyes and within our hearts. The gold we have today has so much of that recycled energy built into it because it has that value. So much going on in the world, so much chaos gold, and our love for it press on through these times and well into the future. Yes, indeed. Very true, very true. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Well said. Me and my drone says, I don't know, but me, instead of changing existing coins, I want to see new coins and designs along with the classic designs, but as a Marine, I'll never support women on the battlefield. Yes, indeed. No, I hear you, me and my drone, and thank you for your service to our country. Yes, indeed. All right. Oh, thank you. JM Unleashed has posted a link to the survey. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Big cans of food that last 30 plus years. Usually they're 25-year shelf life, so that's really good. All right, very good. Let's get it here. Number 10 can is a size like a metal that can take a look, people, really cheap, and free shipping on any size order. That's really good. All right, thank you, Nick, for that. And Anthony Gillar says here, you hit the nail on the head, Sal. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic, not democracy, for which it stands. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amazing how the idiots in D.C. and many other public offices, along with the mainstream media, are 100% coordinated, full speed ahead sprints of reverse thinking. The Pledge of Allegiance stands for it. It's almost like they work for enemies in a concerted effort to overthrow our nation. They call good evil, and evil they call good. The Bible describes them in the passage which reads, in proclaiming themselves to be wise, they become the fools. Thanks for another great video, Sal. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You're right. Very, very good. All right. Nice. Gregory Green says here, best thing the U.S. Mint can do is to stop producing coinage that they lose money on. In fact, take a step in the further and just stop producing all circulating coinage. There's no need to have coinage in this day and age. Produce a limited run of collectors at premium prices, but the mint should never lose money. Well, they really can't just stop doing that because it's mandated by Congress that they continue to produce. They are looking at alternate alloys, though, and that is something that they are actively working on right now. All right. And Ripcord, the Platinum Eagle is a beautiful design. I only wish it would have been used it on the Silver Eagle. In my opinion, it's a strong buy. All right. Yes. Very good. Thank you. Yeah, I like the Platinum Eagle too. I do think it would be nice if the composition was a little bit different for that Eagle, but I do like the full Eagle in flight there. It's kind of nice. For sure. All right. Thank you. Let's see here. Wait, I gotta put this back the other way. T-Girl Amber says, if you have the disposable money, it's okay to throw a few bucks on these mining stocks, but don't count on making a fortune. Be happy if you can make 10 times over in a period of years. Yeah, it is something. Disposable income is the key word here for sure. But these things, because they are risky. But this one has a potential. But yeah, you should keep your expectations relatively low for sure. All right. And Bill says, sounds good, nice. I'm looking to get a wholesale prices if I go in. That's a price I need. There you go. That's right, brother. Yes, indeed. Thanks, Joe, on this one here on the NXX on the inflation crisis. Indeed, BRICS currency. Yeah, the BRICS currency is not out yet. I know that's what they would like, but we'll see here. And Helen Daub says here on this alien hoax video, I do not want to big story if we're alone or in a backwards world. We live here, and when it is time, God will tell us about everything. In this time, we cannot jump to conclusions. It will be made clear soon enough. Yes, sooner or later we'll find out what's going on and everything. All right, very good. And let's see here. All right, Salgo Explode. That's right, Electric Ninja. Then we're going to take a look at the markets here. Let's see here if I can get to this happening. And thank you, Electric Ninja. Salgo Explode. Okay, here's what the markets are doing now. We can see that gold is now down $1.10 to 1924 even. We were here earlier tonight at these exact same numbers. Silver is now completely flatlined. No movement at all in the price. $23.14. That's it. Platinum has now risen up $1 to $938. Palladium is now down $3 to $12.80. Look at that. Yeah, Nick says, did you ever see such a crazy gold market? Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I mean, it's not really doing a whole lot tonight, and it's been kind of down last week, but I have seen it move more radically than this. Yes, Nick, it's pretty crazy, but I have seen it move crazier than this. If you were handed $10,000, what metal would you buy right now? Probably mostly gold for many different reasons. Yeah, definitely. I think I would probably do gold. I would buy it if I had to choose a metal. You know what I mean? One or the other, I probably would do gold. All right, but good question. Let's get over here too. Desert Stacker says, keep on stacking. There you go. That's what we do. Helen Dobbs says, hi, we should not take the hype to heart. We're all in God's sight made of the dust and of things dumb people do that don't matter. I like to think God knows best. Indeed, he does. U.S. Mint just wants to make as much money as they can. If you like something, you can get to do it. Good insight on our problems. Yes. True. All right. Silver Hair Stacker is here. Good to see you. Welcome. Silver Hair Stacker. All right, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. $1.99 super chat. He says, in general, like inflation high, gold down. Oh, yes. Yes. High inflation, gold is down now. I did a video on that very topic about, let me see if I can find it. If I go to my videos, Nick, if you'll check this video out. Where is it? Inflation or what's going on with silver and gold. That's one that talks about it. So that is a crazy part of the market. And where is another video? I did it recently. Where is it? Here it goes. If inflation rises, silver will fall. Here's why. And you can probably relate some of this to gold, but not quite as much. But yes. So check those two videos out. All right. Very good. But it is kind of crazy. A lot of people are scratching their heads on that one, but I talk about the reason why this is occurring. Brian Smith says, was there any excitement or just the usual suspects saying over and over again, this time it's going to the moon? Could be some of that, but you won't hear me say that. Red Crawler says here, what is really going on? The average politician is 58 years old. They're all just suddenly learned wokeness. There's a music group called The Interrupters, a song called Divide Us, which sums up today's wokeness. I'll have to check that out. I got the hiccups here. And I'm all out of fluids. All right. Whoa, Silver Hair Stacker's got the COVID. I'm sorry, my friend. I hope you're through the worst of it and are on the mend. Sorry about that, brother. Silver Hair Stacker. Oh, thank you. Okay. And thank you, JM Unleashed. Just posted a link to that video. I keep forgetting how great JM Unleashed is. Thank you. So, Nick, if you get a chance, check that video out. You can apply some of it to silver as well, too. But anyways, okay, Blue Ray says China or Trump. Okay, breaking news, $8 million ounce silver for market delivery in COMEX. See what happens. I mean, it could be one of those two. I don't know. Silver's my favorite from user. He likes silver the best. All right. Well, we reached into the comments. Let's take a look at the markets one more time before we say goodnight. I thank you guys. By the way, we are 14 thumbs up away from 200 on this live stream. If you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button, there's 99 of you watching. Well over half of you have not pressed the thumbs up, so I know we can get there if you don't mind. But here is where the markets are right now in Asia. Look at this. Now a little bit of a turnaround. This has happened in the last couple of live streams with the market watches at the late hour where there's a turnaround. And silver has turned around. It's up 2 cents. And gold is down 50 cents now. So gold may come back up again too, but silver is up 0.07%. Platinum is actually up $1. Palladium down 3. Crazy. Very, very good. So that's where it is. These markets are indeed where they are at. Crazy, crazy. But this is what we'd like to do on Sunday nights, the Market Watch, and I'm glad you guys joined me. And everybody here that's here now, if you don't mind, if you could watch my last couple of videos from today, the algorithm was not very kind to me. So if you don't mind checking them out, likely a lot of you missed them. So I very much appreciate it. Thank you, David Rubin. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Nick is going to be watching me sleep through the window. Thank you, guys. All right. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. We're only 6 thumbs up away from 200, so maybe we'll get there before you guys go. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check out some of the videos I posted today. And thank you. Have a good evening, you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Take care, all.